Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome to Rickhouse Reviews. As always, it is Ryan,
And I am Doug.
and today we've got another piece of the Weller Rainbow, the Blue Label Weller Foolproof. I'm excited, but before we get into it, as always, if you guys want to help us out, you can engage the algorithm, like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you can get notified whenever we release a new video. This is one I've wanted for a while. I like foolproof stuff. I like the higher proof stuff.
Yep.
Everybody says this or is the best of the lineup, so we can see if it's true. Best of the Weller lineup,
There
yeah.
we go.
So we can see if it is true today.
I believe in it.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to it. Again, as always, we do the wonderful algorithm of the aroma at 25, the flavor at 30, the finish at 25, buy and recommend at 10 apiece. And we'll get into explaining that a little bit more as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
But as for now, let's get into it.
Ooh.
Aroma? You already have been like Jones
Yeah,
in.
I've been doing it while we were setting up. I'm a fiend, man. And if you can't tell, if you can't tell, this has already been through one bourbon night.
That is a nice smell.
Yeah,
Holy hell.
I'm having a hard time placing it because I want to say it's like a marmalade, but I don't get any fruit notes.
No. And I'm not getting like the baking spices or baking sugars
it is.
like other products have had.
It smells like when you're baking and you accidentally get like vanilla extract on your finger and you lick it.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know why that is the thing I went to, but that's where my head went.
I mean, it's now the vanilla extract.
It's very strong alcohol smell and vanilla, and then an undertone of oak and barrel from the Foolproof.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is the wheated bourbon mash bill.
Yep. Unique.
Yeah, it smells very unique. I'm not sure how much I like the aroma though. I will tell you what I'm all over. I am all over that flavor though.
That flavor is incredible.
That is like cherry marmalade.
Yeah. No heavy back finish. No bite.
I'm getting some of that.
Hug.
I'm getting some of that oak barrel char on the finish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting a lot of hug for 57%.
Right.
That is pretty impressive. And I'm getting like that
very
bitter.
Smooth.
I'm getting like that bitter barrel char on the very back of my tongue on the finish, which I'm not a huge fan of. But I also apparently might be genetically susceptible to tasting that. There's a kit you can buy, and I've been too lazy to actually go do it.
Eventually, he'll let us know in one of the future videos.
Yeah. Eventually, I will take care of this issue. I am all over that flavor.
Okay.
I'm not sure I'm all about the finish, though.
I mean, it's a basic finish, in my opinion. It's very nice. It's very subtle. It doesn't, hit you in the wrong places. And, yeah. Yeah, I think I have my numbers as well. Give us just a moment.
Wrote down my first number. And yeah, this is a bottle that is very, very hard to find where we are. I ended up having to buy this at secondary. At a wonderful, wonderful shop in DC that does a lot of really good reselling. But they are full secondary. And I didn't mind paying it. I wanted to add it to my Weller collection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you can find it and this will come with the buy and recommend element. If you can find it for, secondary and you have the budget, yeah, go for it. Probably get another bottle. If you can find it at your regular liquor store where they sell it on MSRP, I think you would easily want to have one or two backups. So, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it a little
bit.
I'm gonna hit it a little hard on buy again and recommend. To be totally honest with you, I think
I'm gonna split it at that,
Okay. Can I start talking about the
newbies
aroma?
and aficionados.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I really like the aroma.
Right.
However, I am going to only give it an 18.
Okay. I ended up
It has
going just a little higher.
It has a lot of, I get too much of like that nose burn
Okay.
alcohol
From
right at
the-
the end of the
Mhm.
nose from it being a full proof. And I want it to punch me in the face because it is a full proof, but it has,
Right.
but there's a difference between between hitting you in the face with a full proof and getting that astringent alcohol, like your nose hairs
Yep.
curl smell. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yep. So yeah, I gave it a 20. I liked it, but again, I could not go any higher than a 20 just because it has a unique smell, but it took us a while to figure out where that smell comes from. Again, a lot of the alcohol knows.
Yeah.
It does get your nostrils open, but
It's in
not
the upper
like,
2/3 of aromas, but it's not like a top 10 or
Mhm.
5%er. Flavor, where did you go?
I went 23 out of 30.
Okay, you and I are very close. I went 22.
Right.
It's very, very enjoyable on the 4 palate where you get some of like the like the candied fruit or like the
Mhm.
slow cooked fruit, almost like pie filling kind of flavor.
There you go. I can see it.
And then you on the back palate you get a lot of like oak and like vanilla extract.
Yeah.
Which knocked it down a couple points. I probably would have had it at 24 if it wasn't so like astringent. And then yeah,
There you go.
where did you end up with it?
Finish. I ended up going 19 out of 25.
I hit it pretty hard. I went 16 out of 25.
Okay.
It's very astringent on the back half of my palate and like the back of my tongue. I can feel like the barrel char texture you get from Full Proof.
Yeah.
And it's not pleasant. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I say this all the time, I feel like on this channel, that it's not pleasant, but it's also good. I like that. I like a certain level of it. When it crosses over a threshold, I knock points off of it.
So true.
And so 16 out of 25, I think, is more than fair for it.
I'll allow it. Can't go wrong.
And
As for buy and recommend,
yeah, I know you have some caveats. I'll go 1st.
Mhm.
I gave Buy Again a 5. I would probably try and find this closer to MSRP.
Yeah.
Or get a deal to get it at half secondary.
right?
To get another bottle on my shelf. Because full secondary is a little bit expensive for this bottle.
Yep.
And recommend, I would also give it a 5. I think if you like Weller
There
or
we go.
Weller Antique, put it on your shelf. If you like Weeder, foolproof Weeders, put it on your shelf. I also think there are better foolproof bourbons out there.
So true.
And so for the beginners and the and even like the aficionados, I would
Mhm.
kind of put it right smack dab in the middle of, if you meet all of these criteria, put
There
this
you
on
go.
your shelf. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's a 5.
So buy again. I went a little higher with 6.
Okay.
However, my recommend it if you're new to it. It's right there in the middle. It's a 5, just like you said. However, if you're an aficionado, I think because it is a foolproof Wellers and it is a great bottle in general, I would see you going out and getting it as a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
With that said, we are, of course, Rickhouse Review. Remember to hit the algorithm, subscribe, like, comment, and hit that bell, and let us know if you have enjoyed some Wellers and or the foolproof one in the comments below, and we will eventually see you soon. As always, I am Doug.
And I am Ryan.
See you next time.
Peace out, guys.